I'm Doug Caldwell at the University of Florida IFAS Collier County Extension. We're going to talk about seldom used native shrub species this morning. And who else better to ask about that than the Deputy Director of the Naples Botanical Garden, Chad Washburn.
Thanks, Doug. Great to have you here. Yeah, this morning we're going to tour the garden and look at some native plants that can be used to add diversity to our palette for shrubs. We've got some natives that are fragrant, that provide food for wildlife and can be really sustainable in the landscape.
Well, let's go.
All right, let's go. This is Bahama wild coffee, or Psychotria ligustrifolia. It is native to the Keys, so it's in an area that gets partial shade but quite a bit of heat. Unpruned for 5 years, and it's about 4 feet tall. It produces nice flowers that are very attractive to bees, and produces beautiful red seed which are attractive to birds. The leaves look like they've been shined with leaf shine. It's really dark green, and it doesn't need to be pruned. So here we have horizontal COCOPLUM. It is the same species as our common purple-tipped COCOPLUM. It doesn't have the purple tips, has a more horizontal growth, and the fruit typically are white to pinkish. They have a little blush on part of the fruit. I would love to see horizontal COCOPLUM, a really horizontal selection like this, used more in situations where you're going to take a COCOPLUM that wants to be 20 feet tall and continuously fertilize it and hedge it to be this size. The horizontal COCOPLUM is more the beech form, so it's more of a dune plant, so it will take fairly dry conditions. This one gets pruned once to twice a year. This is a golden creeper, and you can see by its growth form, it creeps as it grows. So branches will grow up and then kind of bend over and reach down. It's a beech plant, beech dune, so it's spreading its growth form along the beach. It's a very drought tolerant plant. Makes a really nice low growing shrub or low growing ground cover. Golden creeper produces a tiny little pinkish flower, and it does provide fruit for wildlife. Here we have FIDDLEWOOD. This is a great plant, a very versatile plant. It takes pruning quite well. The foliage is beautiful. It's really shiny, nice dark leaves. Throughout the year this will produce white flowers that are incredibly fragrant. Then it produces a fruit that starts out as orange and then turns to a really deep purple. And at any given point in time it can have flowers and immature and mature fruit on it. So it puts on quite a show, especially with these really shiny leaves. And as far as butterfly attractants go, this is a great plant. This is Spanish stopper. This is it. For a hedge replacement for ficus, I cannot recommend this plant enough. This plant has not been pruned for this form. It has a narrow, upright growth habit, really dark foliage, small leaves. It does produce fruits and flowers, but it does provide food for bees and butterflies. It's doubled in size in the 6 years that we put it in. These can be slow when they are young, but if you're maintaining it and you only have to prune it once to twice a year, if that, that's a real positive for this plant. Another native is 7-year apple. It looks a lot like a plumeria, except that it's evergreen. It makes these nice, large, pointed flowers that are very fragrant. It makes a great specimen plant. Really shiny leaves, a nice, somewhat dense growth form. And again, this provides some great fragrance for your home landscape. Another native hedge plant is white indigoberry. With this planted in full sun, and pruned. We prune this about once a year for this form. We've kept this fairly informal. We've not made it into a round ball, but it gets really nice, dense growth. This is something that once it's established, it can take incredible drought conditions. This area is not irrigated regularly and looks really nice. It's called indigoberry because the fruits, inside of the fruits, are really black, dark purple in color. This gets a nice white flower to it. It's not large, but it's significant enough that you can see it when it is in flower. The flowers, when it is in bloom, are perfumed. It's quite a fragrant plant.
Chad, thanks for showing us all these fascinating native plants, and I think we've learned from the ficus whitefly that we need to diversify it, and there's all kinds of plant material here that if we create a demand for it, the nursery trade will bring it to us.
And hopefully we've opened up our plant palette for adding natives to the landscape.
So come learn some intriguing facts about our native plants, like this beautyberry, this calicarpa, which is coming into full color here at our Horticulture Learning Center with the University of Florida IFAS Collier County Extension. Where is it located? At 14700 Immokalee Road. This is Doug Caldwell, otherwise known as Dr. Dougbug, helping you to beautify your landscape and protect the environment.